Hello everyone, it's your girl and your host, Emi Cholo. Welcome to Triple Talk Podcast, and this is episode 6. And as usual, I usually bring up a visitor, and today I have my friend. She's called Chelsea. Hi Chelsea.
Hi.
Yeah, so Chelsea, you can greet the people, then we'll go on. Okay.
So hi guys, my name is Chelsea. I'm a pharmacy student, and I'm here for the podcast. I'm ready. Let's go for it.
Do you love Chelsea team?
No, actually, I'm not even a football fan.
Just the name.
Yeah, I think that conversation, my dad would actually be a very good fit. They really need to interview him.
Maybe he loves the Chelsea club.
No, actually, he's a Man United fan. Actually,
Not even Chelsea.
Not
And
even Chelsea.
Just gave you Chelsea.
I feel like
Oh, if he called you Man United, you shouldn't look.
No, I feel like the inspiration he got, he did not get it from the football club. According to him, he told me like he got an inspiration from Chelsea Clinton, one of Bill Clinton's children.
Okay, that's nice. So, guys, as usual, we usually have 2 topics, but we are going to start the first one. Do you guys remember the email that I displayed and I told you about the harassment? But let's not go there. I even asked a question about, is it a must to wear makeup or put on dresses? So we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Let's have some view of points. Don't say, hey, you only did it for yourself. Before Chelsea explains to us anything, I had some answers from people. I'll just read few. I can't read every answer. So the first one said no, just he or she was very straight. I don't know who was it. The second one said hell no, he's not no more, because how does not wearing makeup and wearing hoodies has to do with your podcast, so he should suffer with it. The third one said it's not a matter simply because of free will. I can do what I please. This is not the 1950s. The world is constantly changing, and so we are. And then he stops there. That I think he's. So yeah. So Chelsea, tell us about it. How do you feel if a person?
Okay, personally, also, I'll just say, I did not make a comment from Instagram because I don't have Instagram, but I saw it in your WhatsApp status. And the moment I saw it, normally I don't comment, but that day specifically I had to comment because I could not believe what I saw. I was like, this is 2025. Do people still have this type of thinking capacity? Honestly, we kind of need to address this situation. And among the few things I remember, he talked about, first of all, the relationship between the dressing code and trying to relate it with like divine femininity and masculinity.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like those are like 2 independent things, because when you say femininity and masculinity, there is a lot of meaning to it. And when you speak of style or fashion in general, it's also something independent. So personally, first of all, I understand that every gender, and I believe here, I know there's this controversy when it comes to gender fluid, but I'll basically talk of females and males. So for both genders, I believe we also embrace both of the energies. Like, we have a little bit of masculinity and we have a little bit of femininity. Yeah. But like, what makes maybe a certain gender lean more to a certain energy is because of biological factors, psychological factors, societal factors. Yeah. So for instance, I'll talk more of masculine energy. Yeah. It's majority of men lean more to masculinity because when we talk of like biological factors, we speak of hormones. And like for men, they have something called testosterone. I know you're a medical student, so you know what I mean. And for testosterone, like during puberty, it's more responsible for developing the male sexual secondary characteristics. Yeah. And like with women, we also have estrogen, so it's also responsible to develop the female sexual characteristics. And these are just among the few factors that can tell, like, regardless that both of us, we have the 2 energies, but like, why do majority of times a certain gender lean more towards a certain energy? But also, a proof to why I'm saying both genders, we have a little bit of both, is because you'll see out there we also have beta males. If you've ever heard this term,
yes,
alpha man, beta male.
Yeah.
So majority of time when we speak of beta males, like we actually talk of men who are like more vulnerable, a little bit. They show their their emotional side more than the normal alpha.
Than how the society says that you shouldn't be
Exactly.
so emotional and
Exactly. So that's also just an actual proof that shows like even with men there's a little bit of femininity in them, but it's just that majority of them, majority guys, they like lean more towards the masculine essence and not like the feminine essence. Same with women. You know, first of all, personally, I'm a firstborn child, and I believe majority of the firstborn females, they'll say we have a little bit of masculine.
We have
Yes.
a lot of masculine characteristics
So-
in us. I'm also a firstborn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm also a firstborn, so
So you understand what I mean, yeah?
Yeah.
I think because you're exposed to too much responsibility at a very early age. No, I'm not saying now other children they're not, but I'm just speaking from my point of view. I feel like when you're first born, there is a lot of expectations coming from the household,
yeah.
and like there's this pressure that is constantly applied, and like there's this thing of making the parents' dream come true as well.
Yeah,
Like-
they expect it from the firstborn. Exactly.
So like you're carrying all that, and like you just become very responsible at a very young age, and you just deal with the reality of world at a very young age. So definitely you need to borrow the masculine essence,
Yeah.
and that's why majority of us are very like dominant.
Yeah.
I don't know if you understand,
Mhm.
but we are women. I don't know if you understand. So that is also another proof. Like you're a woman, but you can still have the masculinity in you. So it's just the balance
Yeah.
of it. So again, I'd like to talk on the relationship between this essence with fashion. I believe like with fashion, especially now, with this modern fashion, there is a lot of fluid to it, and that's why we have like unisex type of
Yeah,
clothing.
yes,
I don't know if
exactly.
you understand.
Yeah,
Like you have unisex shoes, you have unisex
Unisex
hoodies,
yeah,
you know, like
trousers.
exactly.
Yeah.
So as I heard one of the comments once say like this person is like from the Stone Age or something
Like the 1950s.
yeah, and which I also understand because back in the days, how women were dressing, it was to embrace their femininity. So I can understand where it's coming from. I think it's an old mentality, but the reality check of what is happening currently, it's different. I don't know if you understand. So we need to check on the current reality. I believe like with fashion, we consider more of we are dressing according to the occasion. You know, you cannot
Exactly.
expect me like I'm going for a job interview or I have maybe meetings with my shareholders and you're expecting me to be in like that sexy red dress. Am I going on a date?
No.
I don't know if you understand. So we dress according to the occasion, but at the same time I feel like we also have to concentrate on dating according to our body types.
That's very important, guys. Like it's very, very important.
So you cannot expect a person who is thick to be dressing all these slimy, sexy dresses, and it's just not working. And that's why for me, I feel like when he was trying to relate that women or you as a podcaster, you should be like dressing in these old dresses with like makeup on and eyelash extensions. For me, it was like very unrealistic in the sector of he was trying to relate these things of fashion and femininity, because you can also have a woman who she's like on heels and like in a red dress and she's giving all the, you know, sexy vibes and she's alpha, like very alpha.
Yes,
I don't know if
yeah.
you understand. And you just have a girl who she's like in a hoodie, you know, in like her baggy trousers, and she has a very feminine essence. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So I don't believe right now, like in the current situation, that how you dress can really portray if you're more masculine or
Or more
feminine.
feminine.
So like he should let us be, please. And also I want to also add on the part of makeup. I feel like makeup is very optional, but I'm actually very glad that you're among the few podcasters that you come on camera with your like natural face. I am not on my natural face. I kind of like have makeup on, but I really admire that, because sometimes when you get addicted to makeup, yeah, it will give you this false delulu, and it will just make you be very addicted to it. In a sense, sometimes you'll be even very
Even waking up, just going to your sitting room without makeup, you feel very uncomfortable.
Exactly. For instance, I'm so attached to eyeliners personally, to a point sometimes if I'll be rushing going to class and like I don't have eyeliner on my eyes, I'll feel different. Which is actually not good, because me without eyeliner, that's me. me with the eyeliner, it's me with
It's
the eyeliner.
that's
I don't know if you
two
understand.
two different people.
So if we have few people like her who are actually coming on camera, it's sending a very positive message even to young girls. We have a lot of girls who are very insecure, yeah? They have all this societal beauty standard pressure. And I feel like majority of women now, we should actually have a voice on actually cancelling that standard pressure. As long as you're clean, we should exercise on cleanliness, of course, no body odors and stuff like that. Also, but not with all this fakeness going on, like with plastic surgery and makeup. If you are into makeup, we're not judging you, but also people who decide not to be in the makeup industry, don't judge them. It's the same.
When I saw that, I was like, eyelashes. These eyes of mine, I even paid to see, and you still want me to put eyelashes on.
And you know, with eyelash, let me tell you something. When you're applying the fake eyelash, you need to have something called glue, like eyelash glue. And that eyelash glue is a chemical, guys, just so you know. So we don't even know biological wise if it has maybe a long-term effect or anything. You're actually applying something to put something fake that's not real on your eye. So I don't know, girl, like I feel like you should continue embracing your natural stuff, and you're actually very beautiful. And you know, like majority of men, and this is statistically proven, I don't know whoever sent that email, if it's a man or a woman, I don't know at this point, but like even men will say vividly that they prefer women at their most natural state. My boyfriend personally, he really prefers me when I don't have all this. Trust me. So I know from personal experience, and I also see statistic wise it's proven also that men really prefer women when they're like their most natural state, with their natural hair. I don't know if you understand. You just give that bubbly personality, I guess. I don't know what it is, but so yeah, it is very positive according to me. So.
And another way, I was just thinking, where is he from? Okay, maybe he doesn't know, like, it's winter here, it's cold, wearing a hoodie is okay. If it's summer, you won't see me with a hoodie. You can never see me with a hoodie when it's, I believe you can, they can never see you with this coat when it's...
Girl, I love fur. I can wear fur even with like that's another story.
It's summer. It's summer, sister.
I'm a weird soul.
God. It's summer.
I'm crazy.
Okay, let's go on to our second topic. Let's talk about the religion. Religious brainwash. Let's talk about that. These days, people are so brainwashed. Mostly, I'm not abusing our mothers, our aunties, our grandmas, but mostly us women. Mostly the women, they're the ones who are mostly brainwashed in the religious. Like, what's going on? What's really going on? I'm not talking to a pastor, guys, but you know, we are in different environment, and at our homes we see those things. We're in a different environment, we're still facing the same thing. So let's talk about it a bit.
So I'm glad actually you brought this topic up, because I feel like it's something that is majority of us are actually facing. Even if we are not personally facing it, our closed ones, like we also see them, they're actually being brainwashed with this religion thing. And I feel like we're having a very hard time differentiating between spirituality and religion. And I feel like majority of people also lack religious history and like the religious education at large. So it can be very easy to, how can I put it? It can be very easy to be manipulated when you don't know the history of something. So just because somebody, you know, like they're just sitting there and they're telling you, oh, I am a man of God, because you need to prove to us, why are you calling yourself a man of God? And if you tell me that you're a man of God just because you had a dream when you are by yourself and it's something happening like subconsciously, I'm not buying to that, honestly speaking.
Talking about having a dream, guys, here around here, I don't really know that person, to be honest. You know, on a school bus coming, I was going to a friend's house. So I sat near someone, and we were talking about God. What he said, I've ever seen Jesus. Jesus has dreads.
Are you for real? Are you serious?
I am very serious. I was like, Jesus has braids. And then I talked to myself. I was like,
honestly, you need like...
But I didn't speak out loud. I was just okay.
No,
let me listen. No, I was like, what's his real point? They say, so I had to ask him, how sure you Jesus has braids? He said, you see, we all see God Jesus at our own ways. I saw Jesus with braids. You can see Jesus when he's bald. You can see Jesus black. You can see Jesus white. I've said. So I thank God that I didn't interrupt to understand what he really,
of course,
what he really meant. I was like, okay, you make sense. So you saw Jesus with braids. So you sure that's Jesus? Yes, I said okay. I really can't argue with that. I think that's your belief, and you can stick with it.
So yeah, as I was saying, personally, I feel like when it comes to religion, there is a lot to it, and personally, I don't feel like I'm actually at a good fit to explain what religion is, but I'll just speak on my general point of views. So for me, as I said, I don't even buy to that when like a person out just of nowhere, just because they're telling you they're men of God. You kind of need to tell us, why are you saying you're the man of God? Why are you saying that you're the chosen one? What do you actually do? I don't know if you understand. So for me, that's one. But second of all, I feel like majority of people, they're also like worshiping people nowadays
instead of worshiping the God himself.
You know, like we have a lot of people who now they'll be in churches and like they'll be deadly worshiping like the pastors or whatever they decide to call their religious leaders. And I'm also having this turn off right now when I'll just hear people calling their pastors like daddy. I don't know if you understand. So I don't understand the relation between daddy and why can't you just refer them to like pastor
someone,
or you know, Roman Catholics, they have father.
Yes.
Like I feel like we can have like official way on how we are just calling out, like professionally. I don't know how it works, and I'm not saying I don't know, guys. So I actually need to be enlightened because I'm a very open-minded person. Like, what's it with like calling all these men of God daddy? Like it's just not.
We think father was the best name. That's what we also knew since, right? Like father, pastor, father like Joseph, Pastor Joseph.
So I don't understand with all these daddy, all these pet names. That because for me it's literally, so it means the next time it will be a face calling them baby or what. I don't really I don't really get, because like when you have boundaries, yeah, like why daddy, like it's really a turn off for me because I don't find any relation with that. I feel like we should be very professional and just have that specific boundary with everything. But again, as I was saying, people are really worshiping these daddies of theirs, like instead of them even being loyal and actually understanding who God is and creating their own time and like building that relationship with God. They spend a lot of time pleasing these daddies in churches, and it's really not nice. It's not really sitting well, because why are you trying to prove yourself to a person who is just like you? I don't know if you understand. But like genuinely, what's your relationship with that supernatural creature? And I'm also so done with these people who also attack people who have different religion or different beliefs from them. So we have also people who practice traditional practices. I don't know if you understand. So
you can make us understand more on that.
You know, even like as Africans, we have our roots, we have our cultures.
Yes.
It's just like, I'll give a very simple example so that people can understand me easily. We have the Greeks, right? You know, Greeks, they have this thing called Greek methodologies, where like you have had a lot of Greek gods. Like there is Hades, there is Zeus, there is Athena, there is Aphrodite,
Medusa, I don't know.
Imagine, right? And all these gods, they'll tell me Athena is the god of war, Aphrodite is the god of love, I don't know, this and this and this. And to have all this Greek mythology history, and they're even making movie out of like the Clash of
like
Titans.
I was trying to really understand the story of Medusa,
and actually they
really want to understand it.
As I think Medusa is the one who
was not immortal, but they turned her to having snakes on the water.
So, but you see how they're trying to create an interesting myth out of this. They're not attacking them, But why when it comes to when African people, they try to portray their tradition and like say maybe this is what we practice, maybe they go to the rocks. I just hate the negativity that comes with it, because now straight up that they put it or they portray it as if that's very negative, like, oh, that's so satanic. Like, how dare you? I don't know if you understand. Like, why are they dragging the African traditional way of even how they do their religion as something, but why are they not embracing it as the way you see
even
the way
the Indians have that.
they have
the Buddhist, yes,
yeah,
they
like,
do embrace their
so
thing. Yeah.
that's also, it's among the things that bother me. Like, we're not also giving the African religions or like African traditions. Like, my point is, you can choose to believe whatever you want to believe, and I'm also among the people who believe in, like, there is an existence of a supernatural power, because I'm a medical student. I deal and I always see how the body works, and you'll just see, like, yo, this is just not in a normal human capacity. So definitely, like, there is a supernatural power out there. So now, if your supernatural power, you decide to call it God, it's fine. And I respect everybody's religion. I respect everybody's spirituality. I respect everybody's consciousness. So I believe, and I feel like it is also right when you also tend to be open-minded and respect other people's religion. There is nothing like, oh, my religion is right, your religion is wrong. No, I don't.
It shouldn't be that way.
Because now that is bullying, actually, because you're actually trying to attack these other people. You're not even giving them chances to explain to you, just because of what? And I also met a lot of, I'll speak of Christians, yeah, who they've been born and raised in churches, yeah. So if you ask them, like, what's Christianity? Like, why do you believe in Jesus Christ? They'll just tell you, yo, you know, me, I am just a Christian, born and raised. Just because you're born in church and raised in church, all you have been knowing and hearing is Christianity. That's not like a vivid reason for you to answer my question, what's Christianity about? I am glad that we still have few Christians who they really represent Christianity in a very positive way.
Yeah.
They are very knowledgeable about Christianity, and you'll sit with them and they'll teach you something and you'll actually understand, and they're very deep with Christianity. I really like, hooray to those people, and I believe like they should continue airing their voices because it's actually needed. We are losing this Christianity thing right now. Christianity is so much divided. I don't know if you understand.
People are changing now. You know, when I heard the thing of it's okay to be gay, and is it a bishop or what that allowed some sex to get married, I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's true. Because, you know, one thing about what also makes this religion subject a little bit tricky, it's because the source that we depend, it is manipulated. Because back in the days, do you know that this Bible that you have now, it was something that only the people in power, they're supposed to have it, and the normal Christians or the normal people, they were not allowed to have it. They kind of had to fight for that right, for this book to be like obviously to everyone.
So after fighting for it, now they manipulated even.
Now
they had to change
things. They're changing it in a way that it works for them. I don't know if you understand. So we cannot create a fact by just deciding to manipulate scriptures. So today you wake up, you read a certain scripture and you say, oh my God, there's this voice that spoke to me, and this scripture, this is what it means. I don't believe that's how it's a way to go. And that's why I feel like as an individual person, you need to work your way through creating that relationship with God. You cannot depend on like people telling you this, because religion now is like, it's just like any other normal sector that they're also making money out of it.
Yes, people are doing business
exactly
through it.
So am I saying like there are no people who are genuine? They are, but in anything there will also be scammers. Yeah, so we also have a lot of scammers in religion.
Yeah,
I don't know if you understand.
Yeah,
and that's why we are like fighting all this religious brainwash, because don't allow yourself to get brainwashed by the religion. But what I'm trying to say is create that independence. Try to have that boundary, so that you can even have your own mind. You can also question things, not just because Daddy B said this. Have a mind of your own.
I believe you have
question things.
That of having mind of your own questions. I believe if you are really a person who reads your Bible, or when it comes to us Muslims who read your Quran, obviously you have faith in your God. Obviously you reason with your books, the holy books, instead of the person who is Like you won't be onto a person. Your faith will be with God, not the person. Now I don't know, but to me I feel when it comes to the Muslim side, our books haven't changed.
Oh, really? I mean, I don't really know more about Islamic parts. So.
The books haven't changed. It's that the people sometimes change. You know, this is the word, and they, even in Christianity, I think sometimes it's like that. Like, this is the word, and someone will change that meaning. It's like it's us who we're doing something.
The manipulation.
But when we come to Christianity, I'm sorry, but even not only the people change things, but even the books are changing. So when I come to mine, usually complain about why are you people doing this if this is what is said in the holy book. Why are you interpreting this as this? Well, you know it's this. What's wrong with you?
Okay, I feel like it all goes back to actually people taking their time to understand things. Yeah, just as the way we take time to understand any other thing, if you also take time to understand what religion is, it can actually help you a lot. It can actually answer a lot of your whys. It can also help you not attack and judge other religions as well. I don't know if you understand, because cannot tell you, we have countless number of Christians who they don't really understand even the history of Christianity. I don't know if you understand. They don't know how also the same Christianity was used to manipulate during slavery and all that. I don't know if you understand, but is that the definition of what Christianity is? No. I don't know if you understand, but is it better to understand where it's coming from? Yes. It's better to understand your story so that you can know even what your future is. You can even get to be in a situation that you're faithful in this because you understand what this thing did for you, where did this thing come from. So I am so on still having spiritual leaders who they are leading us. But the thing is, this sector is being interfered. I don't know if you understand. We have a lot of people who call themselves like spiritual leaders, Christian leaders, but these same people, they are using that power to brainwash people for their own advantage. And that's why right now we are trying to tell people that the mind that God himself gave you, maximize it, use it.
Adjust yourself. I think he gave you a mind to...
Exactly, and also you as a person, do your own personal investigation. We have a lot of people who don't read. That is also another thing. People don't open books. People don't read. I don't know if you understand. So in a normal circumstances, you don't want to read. Sembuse reading Bible. I don't know if you understand. I promise you, and you know there's this thing also, I'm sorry to say, but there is a way the Islam or the Muslims, they really respect this is not even about them following the religion or not. The respect that they put into a religion, it is too much. Sometimes it's even too extreme, because I heard sometime when they see a person who is mistreating the Quran, they kill you instantly. There's no even patience for that. But with us Christians, I feel like it's so easy to insult Christianity now. You can actually wear a t-shirt written "Fuck you, Jesus," and you can go street, go to
you can just be walking around
and nobody will do anything about it. You have even in music videos, you'll see they will just use, I don't know, themes, Jesus themes, they'll just insult. So sometimes, even if you're a person who you're not an Islam, you're not a Christian, you're just somewhere, and now you have a Christian and you have a Muslim person trying to tell you these things, the way you'll see how it's so easy to insult this side, how this other side is so much divided, that there's no that standard. It can tell you a lot. I don't know if you understand. Okay, why are you people, you don't even stand, you don't even fight for your religion? Why is it that? But it's still just so full of, now you have people, just because currently, personally I'm still a believer of it's a mental dysphoria, but